Good evening. My name is Cynthia, and I have been inspired to teach others about the Constitution. Um, Dave Jose has been teaching us some amazing things that I did not know about our Constitution, and more specifically about our state constitutions. And so I've used this knowledge um, to stand up for my rights as one of the people. And he's really kind of challenged us to start sharing our knowledge with others. And so I decided to take that challenge. And so here is my first video on the Constitution, and it will be the state constitution because that's the most powerful one. And I live in Minnesota, so I'll be talking about Minnesota Constitution. If you do not live in Minnesota, I just challenge you to read your state constitution, and a lot of them are similar. Some are more powerful than others because they go into specifics. And so anyway, here we go. Let's explore Minnesota State Constitution. Just a quick note, sorry, the next part of the video, it's hard to read the words on the screen, but I'll be reading them aloud, so hopefully you'll excuse the resolution. But anyway, enjoy. And here we go. This is a website called ballotpedia.org. You can find all of the different state constitutions and the United States Constitution. And here we go. We're going to start with, actually, I wanted to start with the preamble. Let me just go back to the preamble because that is really important. Has some important text in there. Okay, so here we go. Preamble of the Minnesota Constitution. Right here. We, the people of the state of Minnesota, grateful to God for our civil and religious liberty and desiring to perpetuate its blessings and secure the same to ourselves and our posterity, meaning everybody that comes after us, do ordain and establish this Constitution. I think it's really important to note that it says that we are grateful to God. So anybody that tells us that any mention of God needs to stay out of politics has been misinformed, because it is in our Constitution that that we understand that we are grateful to God. It is also in the United States Constitution that says that our rights come from God. So we have been misinformed about keeping God out of politics because he is deeply woven into our nation's founding. Okay, so next we are going to go to right here, Article 1. I'm going to learn what Article 1 of Minnesota Constitution states. Here we go. Section 1 of Article 1 says, object of government. So basically right off the bat, it's talking about what is the purpose of government. So let's read. What is the purpose of government? Government is instituted for the security, benefit, and protection of all the people. That is the reason for government. None other reasons than what the Constitution states, because the Constitution is the highest law of the land. Therefore, clearly states this is the purpose of government, and that's it. And let's move on. It says the government is instituted for the security, benefit, and protection of the people, in whom all political power is inherent. So who has all political power? The government? No. The people. Right here. The people in whom all political power is inherent. The only power that the government has is the power that we delegate to them. That's it. So the government, therefore, cannot have any power that we don't already have, because the only power they have is what we give them. So if we don't have that power, they don't have that power. Let's go on. Together with the right to alter, modify, or reform government whenever required by the public good. So do we got to wait every 4 years or every 2 years to reform or modify or reform our government? No, we don't. It says whenever required by the public good. So whenever it's necessary for the public good, that's when we can alter, modify, or reform. Another um, little bit of misinformation we've been told is that we can only fix government by voting. Not true, because it clearly states right here, whenever required. All right, Section 2 of Article 1 states, these are our rights and privileges. No member of this state shall be disenfranchised or deprived of any of the rights or privileges secured to any citizen thereof unless, okay, this is really important. There's two things listed here. The only two ways that our rights and privileges can be taken away are law of the land, which is the legislature, or if we do something wrong and break one of those laws, they can be taken away by the judgment of their peers, meaning criminal courts. So the only way our rights can be taken away are by the law of the land, the legislature, or by the judgment of our peers through criminal courts. So does that mean governors can take away our rights? Nope, because he is not part of the legislature. And it's very, very important that we know that those are the only two ways that our right to go to work, to move about freely, to make choices for our health, those are rights that we have because we have the right of privacy and our own personal bodily autonomy. So those are the only two ways those rights can be taken away. They cannot be taken away by a government or a governor. They cannot be taken away by a school board, because these are the only two ways they can be taken. Very important. There shall be neither slavery nor involuntary servitude in the state otherwise than as by for punishment of a crime for which the party has been convicted. Therefore, when we are coerced into doing things that we don't want to do, that's involuntary servitude. Coercion. That means we were tricked or coerced into it. That is involuntary servitude. And it says right here, Article 1, Section 2 of our Minnesota Constitution, there shall be neither slavery or involuntary servitude. So them making this stuff, coercing us and saying that we can't wear or we can't go into a grocery store without a mask, that's involuntary servitude. We are being coerced into doing those things, and that is unconstitutional. All right, moving on. Section 3, liberty of the press. The liberty, which means freedom, the right for freedom, the liberty of the press shall forever remain inviolate, and all persons may freely speak, write, or publish their sentiments on all subjects, being responsible for the abuse of such right. So, Facebook jail, guess what? Illegal, against the Constitution, because the government set them up as a publisher, making them free from prosecution for whatever is put on their platform. So even though they're a private company, because they are a publisher, they do not have the right to discriminate about anything that anybody else puts up there, because the Constitution clearly states that we may freely speak, write, or publish their sentiments. Now, if they want the right to, pick and choose what they put on their website, then they have to be considered an editor. And they are not. They have legal standing as a publisher. That means they don't have a right to censor what people post. So when Facebook and YouTube censor our videos and our posts, that is going against the Constitution. Right here, freedom of speech. And just a little side note, there is a clause, and I forget what section and what law it is. They've been ranting and raving about it a lot, and I can't believe I can't remember. But basically, it gives the platforms immunity from prosecution for anything that people put on there. So if I put something harmful on their website, they can't be prosecuted for it. Only I can, because I'm the one that put it up there. And they're trying to say that that means that they can take stuff down, which is the opposite. If they can't be prosecuted, then they shouldn't be touching it, because they're infringing on my freedom of speech to put stuff up there. If you were inspired by this video, please like, subscribe, and share with others so that you be notified when I do other constitutional videos. And may God bless America.